Hello there, Martyn Green, Devon Fishing Guides. I'm down this afternoon, a very pleasant afternoon, at Bake Fisheries down in Cornwall, quite close to Loo. I'm going to do a spot of float fishing, but I've got two different methods that I'm going to try. On the one hand, I have an ordinary little waggler, and that is just set up with a couple of large split shot. I've grouped them into a bulk shot, and then I've left a little bit of line below that I can use as my trace, and on that one I've got a couple of pieces of spam. So that's going to be one float fishing method, which will be very simple, just have to hope that it works. The other method that I'm going to use is called a bombarda rig, and basically with a bombarda it is a float fishing rig, but it's intended for catching carp, so it's a whole different scale to your ordinary float. Also, whereas this float fishing method will present the bait close to the bottom, I've set with a plummet so that the hook is 6 inches off the bottom. On the bombarda, it's going to be fishing on the surface, and hopefully, as long as the geese leave it alone, that should come in handy. Okay, so with bombarda, basically main line comes through here, and then I've got a long trace out from the swivel that goes down to a loop, and the loop is attached to the back of a carp hook using a knotless knot. Very simple to tie. I'll put a diagram in the video to show you on that one, and they're held in place by a plastic bait stop. So that one, I've got a carp bite alarm down. I'm going to put this rod on that one, kind of leave it to its own devices while I fish with a little float rod. We'll see which one does best. So, is the one that's going to do best the one with the dog biscuits, or is it going to be the one with the spam? We shall have to see. And it's the bombarda we go for first. It looks like quite a nice one as well. And I've got on here just a couple of dog biscuits, and the rod that I'm using is actually a bass rod, crossfire bass. Very handy for packing in the boot of the car, or in the back of the van in my case, if you're wandering off. Drag is set, just got to make sure I don't step on my float rod. Just start bringing this one up. Always fine with these, nice and slow. I've seen people try and bully them in and it just rips them out to pieces. Horrible. So, just need to get this one out of the way. Nice little fish to begin with. Let's just get my landing net. see so many people at this stage of the fight, and they try and chase the carp. Not a good idea. Keeping them in, let him come to you. There we go. Nice little carp to begin with. That's probably close on £10, I would have thought. Yeah, very nice. Odd few little scales. Nice looking little fish. Just going to turn you over, my friend. I can see where the hook is then. Just there. Here we go. Good fish. Let's get him back in. Very nice. Bombarda again. Here we go. Let's put you straight back in again. And I think finally we have one. Oh, it's not big. Bless, what we got here? Very passive, got to be a bream. Oh, bless him. Okay, my friend. Let's just get you out of there. There we go. One little bream. Oop. I think we might have got one. There we go. Bombarda again. That's not a bad one. Let's just keep coming in. Don't want to stress them too much in this hot weather. Just nice and gentle. Two on the bombarda. Not as big as the first one. Yeah, about a 7-pounder. Nice. There we go. Nice fish. Let's pop him back in again. The bombarda tackle was doing very well, but the float tackle, not so much. I had got hopes after that first bream came up that a shoulder bream was going to move into the swim, but that didn't happen. So what I did was I took off the 2 small chunks of spam and I put on a loop-to-loop trace going down to a much larger chunk of spam which was mounted on a coil, a meat coil. What happened next, I suppose, was fairly predictable. Cool. For goodness sake, just what I wanted to avoid. That's the only thing.
watching, and if you would like to subscribe to our channel, it would be very much appreciated, as would any likes or comments. Goodbye.